Welcome to Disc Golf Live Video Magazine. Our new opening montage is still in the works, so we'll start this show off right away. This episode will continue our coverage of the Vibram Open and the USDGC, two of the finest events on the disc golf calendar. We also have footage from Billy Crump as he makes the call last autumn at the Players' Cup. We'll get to it right after a brief moment to thank the folks who helped make this show possible.
Production and distribution of Disc Golf Live is made possible through the generous support of our underwriters. Thanks for your support.
Have you started your class collection yet? I have. I got all 7.
Now that's what we saw at the room.
Clash DVD. Start your collection today. I've got mine.
It's that easy.
He's looking at a turbo. It tends to go in a lot.
Clash DVD. Have you started your collection? I have mine.
That's got a chance.
Clash DVD. Have you started your collection? I got mine.
Our opening feature this episode takes us to Rock Hill, South Carolina, and the campus of Winthrop University, as we watch the top golfers in the world duke it out for the sport's most prestigious title.
Welcome to Disc Golf Live's coverage of the final round of the 2010 United States Disc Golf Championship. If you caught our earlier coverage, you'll know we spent the first 2 rounds camped out, filming the entire field on a couple of holes. We were busy during round 3, cranking out DVDs of our early round footage for the players. For the final round, we plan to roam the course a bit. The cut line this year fell at 34 over par. The leader was at minus 24. Needless to say, there wouldn't be too much critical action early on. Our first goal on Saturday was some footage of a couple of holes we thought might be important later.
All right, it's Saturday morning. This is the first group off the first tee as they make it around to hole 14. This is the major redesign on the course this year. Dramatic change. We'll see how folks are handling it. These are not going to be easy to follow from here. Hole 14 plays off the Coliseum. The fairway runs to the right of a sidewalk between the Coliseum and the sidewalk, while the pin is to the left.
A portion of the sidewalk down near the basket is in play this year. In years past, the fairway ran to the left of the sidewalk. It's all been reversed this year. The only area in play on the left is a small hill where the basket sits.
That's an example of the out of bounds area. That's how you get a big number here. Just go into the forehand. The forehand will die to the right into the hill. A little safer. That one is inbound. Down at the bottom of the hill here on number 14, give you an idea of the elevation change. It's like about 15 feet of elevation, easy rollouts.
This is USDGC first-timer Magnus Peterson of Norway, who also had 2 other drives we didn't show. This is for a snowman. Even the dog knew it was going.
Well, that's a nice putt to finish the hole.
Here's fearless Kirk McAllister of Oregon, en route to a 4-under 64.
This putt is a real knee knocker. Putt that sails by, or that, heaven forbid, stands up and rolls, will go OB. There's a nice birdie right there.
Kirk jumped 25 places into 94th, but came up a few throws shy of last cash. The nicest drive we caught from behind the pin was Blaine Kinkle's. You know there's trouble lurking when you need a spotter to tell you if your putt stayed in bounds.
The string defines out of bounds here. This is where it picks up on the left side. A little bump out on the path is inbounds. There's the tail end of hole 13, 888. From there the players walk up the hill to the Coliseum for the tee of hole 14. Here we are on the tee for hole 14. This is the hole which has changed the most this year on the Winthrop Gold course here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. For the United States Championship, the green has been redefined this year. It's now inbounds to the right of the path up ahead.
We headed around to catch some action at the other Coliseum hole, another spot where we thought something important might happen later on.
A few scenes from the 12th hole here on the Winthrop Gold course. Par 5. Eagle opportunity for long, accurate players. Flagman says that's good, and the pin is over there. We'll see if that one reappears. It does, and the flagman says, "This is good." Happiness. The flag on the basket is visible here from this spot along the 12th fairway. You can see the yellow ropes running up and down the hills here. This is one of the trickier fairways to find a flat spot on. There are eagles out here for long, accurate players, as well as plenty of big numbers for folks who stray. Pretty much like every hole here at the Winthrop Gold course in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Spotter sails. This is the one hole on the course where throw and distance does not apply. There's a drop zone for players to play their third shot.
So there's our early footage during the final round. With this footage in the can, we headed back towards the start of the course, where the top cards would soon be taking the tee. Little did we know then just how important these two holes would be. As the morning draws to a close, we pick up the action on the third hole as the fourth card putts out. These guys all started the day at 7 under, a daunting 17 throws off the leader's pace. And while they can't realistically expect to win the title, each can still move well up the leaderboard with a strong final round performance. That'll be pars for all but Josh Crowell, who joins Nate at 9 under, -2 for the day. The third to last group of the day snuck up on us and we missed the first drive. This crew ranged from 9 to 7 under to start, so there's really no shooting for the title even this close to the top.
This is the third card coming down the pike here on number 3 on Winthrop Gold. Lead cards will be through in a few minutes after this, and that's where the big crowd will be. There's really a battle for first place and a big gap fighting over third.
Adam bogeyed the second after a par on 1. Uli was 1 under on the day so far. Nice deuce. This will move Cale to 2 under today. And Eric McCabe is money from this distance as he moves to 2 under for the day as well. Starting a distant 13 throws off the lead, Dave birdied the first 2 and made short work of this one. Matty O was also 2 under through 2, and 1 behind Dave Feldberg.
Nicely done.
Steve has been here 11 times and has finished as high as 3rd place. Nothing doing here, though.
A little wide. Kicks out. We'll give him a putt. You can hear the lead card in the background. Barry Schultz.
Barry has been here all 12 times they've held the championship and picked up 3 rings along the way.
Steve Brinster with a bid for 2 here on hole number 3. Second to last card here. Final round at the 2010 United States Disc Golf Championship. And he'll settle for a par.
That leaves only the top card to come through.
Chaos reigns here as we get ready for the lead card to come through. The folks doing the live internet coverage are scrambling like there's no tomorrow. Well, there is no tomorrow. Terry Roddy going up in the spider cam. I hope they can turn that off. Yeah, peace and quiet.
All right, you guys better hurry. Nico's on the tee.
Nico trailed by 2 to start, but has picked up honors.
Sounded deep in there. That will leave Nico an unhappy camper.
There's the leader now. Like the folks on the previous cards, the battle for these next 2 guys is for 3rd place.
MJ a little quick on that one. Big over rotation. Good shot here of the gallery streaming down hole number 3 on the Winthrop Gold course. Final round, 2010 United States Disc Golf Championship. Lead card, 2-man battle between Nico Castro, who trails Will Schusterick by a couple of throws.
And there's young Mr. Schusterick looking at birdie. Nico has laid up for par.
Nice birdie here on hole 3 for Yussi. With this birdie, Will Schusterick is going to pick up another throw on Nico Castro. He'll lead by 2 going into hole 4. We're going to move forward a few holes and catch the top cards as they play through hole 7. This is the 4th card through 6 holes, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Right where they all started the round. Nothing earth-shattering going on here. That didn't stop this foursome from giving us some of the sweetest footage we've had a chance to capture.
Hit the basket yesterday.
Tell me your name, where you're from.
Nate Sexton, Eugene, Oregon.
Nice shot, Nate.
Hit the basket yesterday and it rolled out through the fence.
On back to back, back to back.
Oh!
Almost 3 in a row.
Almost.
Not bad, y'all.
Stevie opened up the vortex.
Kind of glad I came over. You're just in time. There we go. Nate Sexton.
-2 for the round would bring Nate home in 19th place. This perfect forehand from Garrett Gerthy was one of his few highlights. He finished in 27th after a 2-over. Despite hitting the basket here, the round was a grind for Steve. He finished at -2 for the day, tied with Nate in 19th. Grinding even harder, Josh could only manage even par for the round. He finished in 22nd.
All right, we'll move on to the third card here.
Guys throwing backhands are having trouble finding the putting surface. Let's see now. Forehand? Park job. Backhand? What do you think? Cale finished in 14th after carding 2 under. Adams' 4 under was good for 12th. 17th was where Emac finished after a -3, 65. And jumping a bunch of folks to land in 5th by shooting 10 under was Paul Ulibarri. Dave Feldberg was in the midst of opening with 9 straight birdies, the only kind of round that would give him even a sniff at the title. My backhand-forehand theory is starting to fail. Steve's at 4 under through 6 and catches a break here. Matteo and Barry are both -3 so far, and like you would expect from elite players, both find their way to the putting surface and ruin our theories about this hole. Ninth place was where Matt ended up, 6 under for the day. A bogey on 9 was Steve's only blemish this round. He answered with an eagle 2 on 10 to ignite an 8 under back 9 to win medal honors for the round with -12. That landed him in 3rd place overall. Dave's -9 after 9 was wrecked on that same 10th hole with a triple bogey 7. A snowman on the par 5 13th took any remaining wind out of his sails, and he finished at -7, tied for 7th, with Barry Schultz, who shot an 8 under for the day. After a bit, we'll pick up our coverage of the top card here as they work their way around Winthrop Gold.
One of the more unique events on the tourney scene is the Players' Cup, which utilizes a match play format. Let's check in with Billy Crump, who's joined on the call by Liz Carr.
Hello and welcome to the Players' Cup Match Play Championship. I'm Billy Crump and this is the lovely Liz Carr. This week we'll be bringing you the action all weekend long. We're in Ocala, Florida. It's November. The wind's up, but the heat is out, Liz.
Absolutely. It's been a great weekend. You know, we're already seeing a lot of things happen, and you know, let's see what unfolds.
Well, this is Friday. Let's get out on the course a little bit. We'll let you know what some of these matches did. After today, we're down to the Sweet 16. Well, there's Ken Climo. Just sort of throwing it up there. He's got it to about 25 feet. It's not a gimme putt. But boy, he is feeling it right now. He knows what's about to happen if he doesn't dig deep. Billy and Liz trying to tell him where he's
having a little
at.
trouble here. Maybe it buried underneath something there.
George has found it. It's a little sand bunker, and he got a big smile on his face. He got a 1-stroke lead with 2 to go, and hard not to smile.
Yeah, MJ's he's gonna have to make this putt. And it is not a gimme putt by any means.
Well, George Smith is about 80 feet from the bucket. He is below the bucket. He is in an old sand bunker from the golf course. And he has no pressure. He has a 1-point lead. All he wants to do is put this thing under the bucket and really put the pressure on MJ.
All right, George Smith on the putt. Should be a routine shot here.
Now, I tell you, we have heard the legend and the lore of Kid. That's got a chance.
Oh, and he
can
makes
you
it.
believe that?
He didn't even
An
want to give it a chance.
80-footer?
Wow. Wow, that
Oh,
was a
Michael
great putt
Joe,
from
I
George
just
Smith.
looked over. Michael Joe drops his head, looks at Kenny and says, can you believe that? And Michael Joe knows he's got to do something big or his day's done.
Does.
He's down by 2 with 2 to go now. And that was an unbelievable putt. Mitch Sonderfan first.
All right, he's
looking
looking for a layup.
He's going to force Kenny to make that putt.
You know, I would too if I was out 1 point lead.
Well, the champ's a little frustrated, and Michael Joe is frazzled.
Yeah, he is.
And this is what happens in match play.
He's got to absolutely make this shot, Billy.
There is no laying up here. This is big. That's got to get up.
Chance?
Oh, touches.
It does hit the metal.
Bucket. How about if he could have topped him? That would have been special. And let's see if the man can show us why he's the man as the champ steps up. And this is an absolute must-have.
Makes it with confidence.
Not a problem.
All right, well, these guys are going to push on and play another hole. MJ is unfortunately done.
No, he is 2 down with 2 to go. He is still alive. He is dormant.
Okay, 2 down.
He has to win the next hole. And we're going to try to get in position over on hole 17.
Right.
Oh,
lots of work to do.
It is getting exciting. We are live, Liz, trying to get ourselves into position where the people can hear us. You might not be able to see Liz's pretty face, but you get to hear her voice, and she's doing a great job calling golf this weekend. Just getting started.
Yeah, we've got all day tomorrow, too.
You want to talk about drama? We got it right now. We got Ken Climo 1 down with 2 holes. We got Michael Johansson, both of those, the higher seeds. Have to say they were the favorites.
I know, they have got to dig deep if they are going to want to satisfy anybody picking brackets.
Well, Michael Joe's 2 down with 2 to go. He is dormy right now with George Smith, and all George needs to do is push this hole, and he will walk off with his second victory of the day and get to the Sweet 16. Mitch Sonderfan on the tee here. And the Mando is on the right side, forcing him to go left. So Billy was wrong earlier, and that is a good-looking shot from Mitch as he gets it out, and Mitch can reach from there. He is really putting the pressure on Kenny, as Kenny cannot push these next 2 holes, or he will be done in the winner's bracket, and that would upset quite a few people.
Oh, you better believe it. All right, Climo laying down a roller.
Oh, he puts a big roller down. It needs to stand up, Liz. It needs to take a right. It is headed towards the woods, and that is still rolling, Liz, and he could block himself out. He finally takes a right, Liz, and he drops in the valley. What a huge roller.
He's got a line, but that's going to be a tight approach to that green.
I think that thing went about 80 to 100 feet past where the champ thought he might get. Well, George Smith now. Unbelievable putt. Thought he lost his disc, buried in that little bunker about 80 feet short below the basket.
And Can's a huge putt.
The guy is a wizard with his wizard. There he comes now. There's George Smith off the tee. He puts a roller down, and
that one's going
he
the
is
same
going
place.
over. But he's standing up a little quicker. He's going to come back, get it down there. He's going to have those 2 trees. Oh, he hits that tree, goes behind him. There is another open area there for Michael Joe, and he absolutely has to move now.
He needs it right now.
2 down with 2 to go. All George needs to do is tie one of the next 2 holes, and he'll be moving on to the Sweet 16.
Looks like he got into a little trouble. He definitely didn't put it down there very far.
Yeah, he caught a little moss coming out. We're going to try to get in position. This is hole number 17, come down the stretch with the marquee group. Climo down by 1. Michael Joe down by 2.
Okay, it's getting critical for Michael Joe. He has got a long shot, and he's going to have to take this hole, which pretty much means he's going to have to park it.
Well, he's going to have to go into the Tiger Woods red here. He's got to have a maximum
Oh,
distance.
it looks big. It's got to get around that bush if he wants a putt.
He's a little wide.
Big skip, maybe.
That works. Big flare right there.
Mitch Sonderfan is ready to throw, and everybody knows he's a quick thrower. Oh, big shot from Mitch right
got
here.
a hold of it.
That's out wide. Oh, and Mitch is in trouble. He hits and drops down, and now Ken Climo, a huge opportunity. Kenny 1 down with 2 to go, down in the valley. Kenny's about 380 feet away. Oh, he has ripped a hyzer, Liz.
Oh,
this needs to turn in. Oh, I like it, Liz.
And that's why the champ is the champ.
And you know what? You know what? Michael Joe's going to tell him that's good, Ken. That's about 5 feet. And there he is, guys. That's what you've been waiting on. The champ to dig deep and show you why he's the man.
Absolutely. All right, George Smith now, he threw a roller down and it rolled right up the base of this tree and came down right behind it.
Well, hanging moss, he's got some growth next to the tree. I don't think he's got much of a shot down there. Michael Joe has a putt.
Yeah.
So George has got to get it up on the green or Michael Joe's going to have a huge advantage. And if he gets one stroke here, it could propel him to take another stroke on the next hole. That match certainly not over. Boy, the viewers absolutely knew what they were doing when they picked George Smith, Michael Joe Hansen. This is coming down to the wire. You know, I didn't think we'd get out to 17 and 18 with some of these matches, and we are absolutely out here twice, 3 times today already. The pressure is huge. George looks ready now, Liz.
He does. Let's see if he can make it happen.
Boy, this is a tough fly. Well, he tickles the moss on the way out. It eats it up, and he's going to come up well short as he hits the top of that mound. Michael Joe now.
Got to force him to make that putt.
Yes, definitely. All he has to do is get up and down. We're going to try to scamper down to the green on hole 17 here and see if we can bring you the putts. I tell you, Liz, this is a big shot. I mean, Mitch has to get this thing up. That's Heiser now. Oh, he gave it a run.
Absolutely. He's shown a solid putting game so far. Let's see if we can hold it together.
Well, he had to throw that in. Ken Climo laying 2 under the bucket. He's going to lose a point. They're going to go back to square. Now, George Smith, he needs to just get this up and down. He's going at this aggressively, Liz. Wow, he tried to rain. Now, what is he thinking?
Anything could happen. You could hit any one of those trees and roll away.
Well, now he has really put the pressure on Michael Joe. Michael Joe has to make this putt if he wants this match to continue.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an awkward putt. It might be a wide straddle. He does have the edge of that bush to contend with,
and
along with some trees, a bench.
There.
There's all sorts of things in his way.
Oh, I feel the pressure over here. I mean, he knows what this means. He either makes this or his weekend as far as winning is over. Now, he can go to the loser's bracket, but it is the loser's bracket.
You are very right about that, sir.
Well, he is on a knee. The difficulty just went up about 3 notches. Oh, he was going to get that. He liked it, Liz.
I tell you, that's a tough place to be.
A great attitude all day long, and now the only thing to keep Michael Joe alive is a spit out or just a pure error by George Smith, and he hasn't made one of those all day. Mitch Sonderfan picking up the champ's disc. They're going to move over to hole 18 as they're all square, and this is for the match if George makes this. George Smith, Gateway's finest. He is in the Sweet 16, taking out Michael Joe. A great match. We are going to get position now as the champ has brought it back to even. They are all square with 1 to go.